Hey, what's up guys? For today's video, we are going to be installing a water temperature gauge into Chatter. Disclaimer, this is not a how to install video, but if you have any questions regarding what I've done, or you're going through a install yourself and you need some help or suggestions and stuff like that, feel free to drop a comment down below and me and Tommy will try our best to answer it for you. With that said, let's get right into it.
And also disassembled it. Used to look like that. I used the screwdriver method to take it out, so I'm sure you can like find it on YouTube or something, which is how I found it. We're gonna mount the gauge like this. This is the outer ring of the gauge. This is, the vent, and this is the canister for the vent. And so essentially, we're gonna mount the gauge right on top of the vent ring. And Tommy is gonna have to sand off a little bit of the edges here so that we can mount it like that. Never mind. Tommy actually figured it out, and he says that instead of dremeling, we just kind of flip the little bracket thingy holding in the gauge together, and it actually fits perfect. So we're just gonna leave it as is. Here we go. That's done. Tommy's drilling a hole in that vent canister so that the wires can go through there as we assemble the vent back up. While Tommy over here is still trying to figure out the wiring. He's having trouble right now. Let's see.
No progress.
No progress, as he stated. So Tommy is planning how to feed the wire into the cabin, and he's decided, oh my god, my shit's not on. He's decided to use that grommet thing over there where the red wire is, and that's where my alarm wire is fed through. So we're gonna use that same hole and kind of feed it through into the cabin. Teamwork makes the dream work! So Tommy was actually having a really hard time feeding this wire into that little grommet boot thingy on the near the firewall where I showed you at first. He essentially needs to feed it through there in that little grommet. And so what we ended up doing, we actually had to kind of partner up here, and I went underneath the car since I'm a little bit smaller than he is, and then I actually took one of these little hicks, and I essentially saw the wire and I just kind of hooked it out. And then now it's in the car, and then now we're going to, what are we going to do right now, actually?
I can wire up the gauge so it powers up.
Cool. So while Tommy figures out the wiring situation, he's tasked me with putting the sensor on. And there's a silver like stud looking thing underneath the Miata font on that orange housing that I'm going to be replacing it. Oh shit. With this, and I have no plans to bleed the system to do it, so we're gonna have to do it quick. Yeah, wish me luck. Connector is in, and we have this little connector here, which we need to feed into that one over there on the housing. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that. This wire, this is coming from the back of the thermostat housing, comes through the firewall, and then we are looping it underneath my fuse box area and up through a slight gap where the eyeball vent goes. And here is the end of that sensor connector. And then why did I call you Timmy? Tommy is gonna finish up some of the wiring for me, and then we can go ahead and connect the unit, and it should be good to go from there. Tommy finished up the wiring for me. He grounded it over here. It's like this little screw thing that bolts onto whatever bracket over here. So he just grounded it here.
And it gets power from your radio fuse.
Everything is hooked up, and right now we're burping chatter. Some coolant came out, so we're burping it just in case. And let's go take a look at the finished product. Ooh, looks good. Here it is. Clear. So, Tommy and I are finishing up our day with some boba. Hopefully, this gauge will come in handy during the streets and all of the track days we're gonna have upcoming. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
So thank you very much for watching, you guys. The next video that you guys will see will most likely be Tommy and I out on track at Streets of Willow, which we will be at July 4th weekend. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time.